Hey everyone, my name is Jaime from Advanced Test Equipment, and today we have Josh from Pacific Power Source. He's going to be going over the new AGX Series.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the AGX Series, which we've got pictured right here. This 4U chassis comes up to 21 kVA per chassis and is parallelable up to 252 kilowatt. We've got a voltage range on AC of 350 volt line to neutral, 500 volt DC plus or minus, and this unit will also output AC, DC, or AC plus DC. You get up to 42 amps per phase maximum from this unit and up to 2 seconds of 30% overload capabilities. You got a bunch of EMC test standards that are in these units, including Build Standard 704F and some of the Airbus Standards, and as well as the IEC 4-13 Inter-Harmonics Tests.
Thanks, Josh. And today you're going to be going over the front and rear panel, Smart Source Suite software, paralleling in series, and also setting up a test.
Okay, for the AGX chassis, we're just going to take a look at some of the features that are on the front and the back. So starting on the left-hand side, we'll start up here at the top. This is your video output port. So this is like an HDMI output port. You've got two USB ports. Then you've got your on and off circuit breaker right here. And then your SD card slot here. Your number pad that will move your cursor as well as enter values. Your escape key, which takes you one step back, one page back at a time. Back button, enter to enter values. You have phase right here. And then local, this particular button, if you are connected via a remote interface, you can hit local, and that gives you access to the front panel again. And your output enabled, that will enable and disable the output. And then right here, this is where your input filter is. And then on the back, so you're going to have your USB-A and your USB-B and your LAN connection. You also have a GPIB connection, a serial interface, and then you've got your digital and analog I/O port right here. Parallel in, parallel out. If you have multiple chassis for a parallel system, this is where those will be connected to each other. Right here is your output terminal block. This is what plugs into it. So you can connect your wires into here ahead of time and then come up and just push this right into place, just like that. Up here on this terminal block, you have your external sense, and then this is your input terminal block, and then your ground lug is right down there, of course. We're going to cover some of the features on the left-hand side here. So this is your program button. You have your measurement, your transient, system information, and then configuration. Right now, this one is set up as a voltage source. We can click in on the shuttle knob and then change this over to current source or to voltage source. Come down to the form, and you've got everything from single phase, split phase, 3-phase, 2 outputs, and then 3 outputs. You've got the voltage range setting. So voltage range, this unit has a voltage range of 350 volts line to neutral. So this is a safety that you can add. Voltage source low gives you to about 175 volt line to neutral, and the high range you have a full voltage range all the way up to 350 volt line to neutral. But there is no dual range. This is a single range. You have AC plus DC or DC or AC mode that you can use for this one. So we'll leave an AC plus DC for right now. And then you also have on here, you have some soft keys, so you can set up your user limits, ramp and slew. You've got your program memory, and then your CSC, constant self-calibration, and then the next screen for other options. And we continue on with the 3210 AGX. This is going to be set up as a voltage source. We have it connected to the Pacific Power Source model 3550 AZX. This is going to be set up as our load. Let's go ahead and take a look at the connections on the back. So again, back here on the back of the AGX, this is the output connector, and it is connected over here to the output terminal block of our AZX. Configured 3-phase, to neutral, bonded to ground. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the configuration and how we'll get this thing set up and output power. Both of these units are connected to the network, so I've got one computer connected to both and driving both. Right now I'm hooked up to the 3550 AZX. I'm going to come into the configuration under unit settings, and this is already set up as an active load, which is what we want. So we've got choices of voltage source, current source, and active load. We definitely want the active load. We're going to set this one up as a constant current source, or a constant current load. It's in 3-phase, voltage range is on low, and we are in AC mode. And we'll go ahead and come over to the home under the control under the program, and we'll set up how much current we want to draw. So in this case, we can drop this down. Let's go for 5 amps to start, and we're going to keep this at 60 hertz. And then I'm going to switch over to the 3110 AGX, which is this window right here. configuration, make sure that this is set up how we need it. So the unit settings. This is already set up as our voltage source. We are in 3-phase mode, just like the load. Low range for voltage, AC mode, and then we're going to come over to under control program, and we're set up for 60 hertz frequency, and the voltage we'll go ahead and set at 120 volt. Go ahead and hit apply. Alright, and then we can go ahead and enable the output. Alright, and then if we take a look at the measurement screen here, just to ensure it's 120 volt and milliamps of current. Let's go ahead and switch back over to load. We're going to draw 5 amps at 60 hertz. The voltage here is synced at 120 volt each line, and then you can see the amount of power that you're drawing, and here's the current per phase. And look at the rest of the metering settings here. Let's go ahead and raise the current. So let's drop it up to 15 amps and apply. I can go ahead and grab the IP address for this unit, open up a new window, connect back to that same unit, and then I can go to my measure screen and go to scope. I can take a look at the advanced, and let's go ahead and play this. And then so now we can look at scope capture, and I've got 2 screens, one under my program if I want to go ahead and change any values or make any adjustments here, and then a second screen open for the metering, so you can have both at the same time. And then you can also set this screen up to record and data log and capture occurrences happening, but it gives you the ability to see metering and your program values at the same time. And you can open multiple different windows if you need to for different various metering screens, program screens, however you see fit.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
How do I sound?
Yeah, right?
Right on, man.
Right?
And they're even a little bit small,
Okay.
Find it?
but they still, like, even this,
No.
even being as small.
Hello, 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 hello.